What's up, everybody? Dog 1985. There's levels to this, or are there levels to this? We're back in the bathroom. The dryer door is open again. The Battle Beach headset mic, cheap Walmart headset mic is back on. Walmart, can I take it? McDonald's, can I take your order, mic? We're back. Today is May 27th, and I have told myself that I am again going to attempt one of the greatest challenges that I've ever done in my life. For those of you that tried to do this with me the first time, I commend you. Thank you. I'm pretty sure almost everybody failed, but it's okay. If at first you don't succeed, you get up and try again. But what's the point of this challenge? So we're going to keep this very, very simple. The challenge is called the Backlog Challenge. And the parameters are very simple and very strict, but I promise the whole point is to help you. And I can attest to this. When I was doing the Backlog Challenge, I was enjoying gaming because I knew what was next and I wasn't quote unquote distracted by too many other things. Where you start a whole bunch of games but you finish none. And then you got to go back to a game that maybe you don't remember the mechanics or you don't remember fully the story, any of that stuff. Or you're rushing through a game to get to another game because no. The backlog challenge is specifically designed for you to be able to enjoy games. And the best thing is you don't have to worry about space on your system. You don't have to, oh my goodness, you don't have to worry about mastery. You don't have to master 5 different games. Oh no, it is literally perfect. Not only that, but the backlog challenge works so well because it's the way that you and I grew up gaming. You and I grew up gaming this way. Yes, we did. We did. See, you and I couldn't afford all those games. So whenever we got a game, oh, we beat that game. And we played through that game and we played that game over and over again and we beat it on different difficulties and all kinds of that. We became an expert of that game because that's the only game we had until we were finally able to get another game. And then what did we do? We did the same thing with that game. Think about your favorite game as a child. You probably played it over and over again, and it wasn't because you exactly wanted to. It's because you almost had to. It's the only one you had. Now, I may not be speaking for everyone, of course. There's some people that might have grown up a little bit more privileged and everything, and it is what it is, you know. But a lot of us grew up with just one console. A lot of us grew up with just one game that we mainly played, and then we moved on from there to there. So now, what is the backlog challenge exactly for those of you that have not watched me before and don't know what the backlog challenge is? This is what this is, okay? I challenge you to take this challenge with me. What you are going to do is you don't buy any new games. Ooh, that's tough right there. You don't play any new games that are on a subscription service. Ooh, that one's tough right there, okay? And you only play games that are in your backlog, but this is how you do it, okay? You look at the games that you own, meaning games that you spent money for. So if you spent money on that game, at some point in time, your intent was to play that game, okay? You play one game. You have one game downloaded on your system that's a single player game that you're trying to finish, okay? And then you can have another game. So a total of 2 games downloaded on your system. One is a single player game, the other one is a multiplayer game or a pass the time game. That's it. So you know how sometimes you want to sit down and game, but you don't really want to pay attention to a story or anything like that. You just want to play something that you're just gaming, whatever, either a card game or racing game, whatever, right? So you can have one, either a single player game, a multiplayer and a multiplayer game, or a single player game and a just pass the time game. That is it. Those are the only 2 things you're allowed to have downloaded in your system. So if it's Call of Duty, the multiplayer game that you're going to choose, that's fine. If it's Apex Legends, the one you're going to choose, that's fine. If it's Fortnite, the one you're going to choose, that's fine. Listen, choose the one that's best for you. Somebody said, I play Call of Duty with my friends and I play Fortnite with my family. They asked me that last time I did this. I said, so who you gonna pick, your friends or family? You gotta pick one, or you just don't go through any of your backlog. You just have two games that you're playing. That's it, and then you become a master of those two. Oh man, we're gonna save so much money too. But listen, I'm telling you right now, try this out, okay? So go through your backlog, and you just start with whatever game you want to start with. It doesn't have to be in alphabetical order or whatever. Pick a game, boom, you start playing it. You can stop playing the game 2 hours. Give the game 2 hours of your time. If you're not feeling it, get rid of it. Actually, you know what? I'll take that back. If you start the game and you don't like it, it is what it is. If you start the game and you don't like it, it is what it is. But generally, after 2 hours, I feel like you should know. After 2 hours of playing the game, I think that's more than enough. Like the people that said Starfield was trash, but they have over 30 hours in Starfield, that to me is hilarious. I played over 50 hours on Starfield. Let me tell you why it's trash. You spent 50 hours. That's a whole nother video. Anyway, so listen. So you play the game. I give it at least 2 hours, right? And then you put it in the tried it category. It's not for you. Okay. But if the game keeps your interest, and here's the other thing too, right? You're not obligated to finish the game. Once you get to the point where you play the game and you're like, I don't want to play it anymore, that's it. You're done. Gaming is supposed to be enjoyable. And you put it in the didn't complete or whatever, or you put it in the tried it category. That's actually how I have it. If you see my Steam collections, I have backlog, my completed games, then I have my never ending games, which are like, multiplayer games. Then I have my tried it games. These are games that I tried and then I just didn't want to finish them. Like I tried them, it is what it is. So put them in the tried category. So do this, all right? Do this with me if you want to. You don't have to. I'm going to try to do it again. I did it the beginning of this year. Was it the beginning of this year when we started doing this? I think it was. I don't remember. But no. It was actually last year. But I definitely failed miserably, especially when things started dropping on Game Pass, and then I played Indiana Jones. But my goal is to get to my backlog right now. My backlog on Steam. That's the backlog that I'm focused on right now because I have 103 games on Steam in my backlog. 103 games on Steam in my backlog. And when I go through them, like 90% of them are bangers. 90% of them are games that you would recommend for me to play that I haven't played yet. So I got to play these games versus looking at something else that I'm going to play. So I just got to do it. All right. So join me if you want to. If you have any questions on what the backlog challenge is or different ways that you may want to implement it. Now, obviously, it's up to you however you want to do it. But I'm letting you know what the rules of the backlog challenge is. Don't change it. It's up to you, but don't change it. All right. So it's not up to you. Again, one single player game. One multiplayer game, okay? Or you could do two multiplayer games. Could you do two single player games? Oh, I guess we might have to do that caveat. Two single player games. Okay, we could do that. Just two games, period. Just two games, period. The only thing that's not allowed to be from your backlog is going to be a multiplayer game, and that's it. I think that's fair. Yeah, let me know what you guys think. DocDog1985, there's levels to this. We out. Peace.